The moment I saw Shayna's post about Peter's passing, I reached for my laptop and started writing. I wasn't really sure it would end up anywhere, but there was a burst of pain and history and my own childhood that needed to be on paper. I'm pretty sure Peter would understand that impulse pretty well. Before I speak these words, in fact for the first time after posting them on social media, I'd like to draw a parallel to another youngish man I once knew. Like Peter, this man was a shooting star, one who dreamed far beyond the time and space limitations of his own circumstances, and who had really just hit his stride when he was taken from this earthly existence at age 48 in much the same way as Peter was. A dad to 4 teenagers, he had left a lifetime of military service and a career that had provided for his kids and his wife, but left him a bit hollow toward the end to become a high school physics teacher. He loved it, and it loved him, and he was the happiest he'd ever been, probably since his early teens in the Bronx when he had been somewhat abruptly orphaned. For about 6 years, he was reborn, up late writing lesson plans and drawing diagrams, basking in a sea of young minds who were finally starting to get physics. I never really did get physics, but this man, my dad, James Raynis, was apparently revered by so many students, even those who weren't that sciencey. Peter, I'm pretty sure, was one of those lucky enough to be in class with James in the years he taught at our high school in New Jersey. Here's what I wrote the morning I heard about Peter this week, with a few slight changes. It wasn't that clear back at Morris Hills High School, Rockaway, New Jersey, an idyllic spot to grow up amongst trees and lakes, but only an hour from Manhattan. Because we were mostly still awkward teens who hadn't hit our stride, how many great minds there were around me. I woke to the shock that acclaimed young people's fiction writer Peter Salomon, who I had done plenty of theater with at MH, died overnight, Australia time, at the age of 53 of heart failure. Peter dared to dream and to imagine and achieved so much for a shyish, very humble guy. See attached bio. Prolific, adored by peers, and a winner of many awards for his dark prose and poetry, Peter was renowned but still the struggling author money-wise. Check out his work if you get a chance. Peter's mom, Claudia Bielolenki Salomon, his dad, Bob Salomon, and his sister, my Morris Hills classmate and now amazing Atlanta attorney, Shayna Steinfeld, have been included and tagged here as they were a huge part of my New Jersey life and great friends to my mom, Marie. We were military people, we were constant transplants, and there were certain key people who made us feel like we had grown up in Rockaway and Rockaway Township, and the Salomons were definitely a key part of that. God, or whatever sort of speed mate, your loss has left a big hole in a lot of lives, and I have proudly watched your literary rise from afar. Claudia, Bob, Shayna, huge hugs and praise to you for being such beautiful parents, sibs, people. I am deeply, profoundly sorry for your loss. The same sentiment extends to Persephone Justice, Peter's fiancée and fellow writer. I haven't met you, but I've seen how much joy you two have found together. And I know you have another name that is not your nom de plume, but this one rings beautifully enough here. And I can only imagine this all feels unbelievably like fiction at this point. I so want it to be just that. I will finish with a very short elegy by the band U2 in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King originally, who apparently preached less than 4 miles south and a bit east from the temple where this service is being held. I've never been to Atlanta myself, but I do have a computer. So it is also about love, perseverance, tolerance, and daring to dream. Peter and James and all who have reached deep into our souls live on because they are that much to us and to others. They are the wonderful sum of everything they've ever been to anyone. And even amidst the deepest of loss, those millions of rays of light that emanated from these people are still all around us. I know this firsthand. It's definitely true. Sleep tonight, and may your dreams dreams be realized. If the thundercloud passes rain, so let it rain, rain down on he. So let it be. So let it be. Sleep, sleep tonight, and may your dreams be realized. If the thundercloud passes away, so let it